Hey everyone, it's MKBHD here. Apple just dropped a new iOS, and you know what that means. Siri's got an upgrade. We're diving deep into the new Siri to see if it's truly better than the old Siri. We'll be comparing Siri in iOS 17.4.55 to the latest version in iOS 18.1. Is it smarter? Is it faster? Let's find out. This isn't about fancy features. This is about how Siri handles the everyday stuff. Think asking for directions, setting alarms, or getting quick facts. We want to know if these upgrades actually make a difference in your daily life. Let's break it down and see what's really changed. From speed tests to real-world scenarios, we'll cover it all. Get ready for the ultimate Siri showdown.
Before we start, it's important to talk about how I'm testing. I'm using two iPhones. My trusty iPhone 15 Pro running iOS 18.1 and an iPhone 14 Pro still on iOS 17.4.55. Both phones are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. They have the same settings for Siri, like voice feedback and language. This way, we're making sure the comparison is fair and square. No funny business here, just a straight-up comparison. First up, let's talk about responsiveness. This is how quickly Siri pops up and responds to your commands. We're talking milliseconds here, but trust me, they matter. On the lock screen, both versions are pretty quick. But I did notice the new Siri on iOS 18.1 feels a tad snappier. It's like it's always listening and ready to go. From the home screen, the difference is even more noticeable. The new Siri pops up almost instantly. It feels more integrated into the phone, which is a big plus in my book. The same goes for when you're using an app. The new Siri doesn't interrupt your flow. It's a subtle difference, but it makes the experience feel much smoother.
Next up, let's talk about location-based prompts. This is where Siri uses your location to give you relevant information, like weather updates or nearby restaurants. For weather checks, both versions are equally accurate. They pull data from the same sources. But the new Siri presents the information in a more visually appealing way. The cards are cleaner and easier to read. Asking for directions is where the new Siri shines. It integrates seamlessly with Apple Maps, providing clear turn-by-turn directions. The old Siri does this too, but the interface feels clunky in comparison. The new Siri also does a better job at understanding context. For example, if you ask, "Where's the nearest coffee shop?" it will remember your preference for Starbucks and suggest that first. The old Siri tends to forget these details.
Now, let's move on to fact-based queries. This is where you ask Siri specific questions like, who is the CEO of Apple? Or what's the capital of France? Both versions of Siri can handle these types of questions with ease. They pull information from sources like Wikipedia and Wolfram Alpha. However, I noticed the new Siri is better at understanding natural language. For example, if you ask, tell me about the Eiffel Tower, the new Siri will give you a comprehensive overview. The old Siri might just show you a Wikipedia link. It's about going the extra mile.
Siri isn't just about answering questions. It can also control your iPhone, like setting alarms, sending messages, or enabling Do Not Disturb. In this area, both versions are pretty neck and neck. They can both handle basic commands like set an alarm for 7 a.m. or send a message to mom. However, I did notice the new Siri is slightly better at understanding more complex commands. For example, you can say, lower the brightness and turn on Do Not Disturb, and it will execute both commands flawlessly. The old Siri sometimes struggles with multiple instructions.
Now let's get to the fun part, knowledge-based questions. This is where we see how smart Siri really is. We're talking about math problems, trivia, and general knowledge. Both versions of Siri can handle basic math problems. They can also answer trivia questions and provide definitions. However, the new Siri seems to have a larger knowledge base. It was able to answer more of my obscure trivia questions correctly. It also provided more detailed explanations for certain concepts. It feels like Apple has been working hard to make Siri smarter.
So, after putting both versions of Siri through the ringer, which one comes out on top? Honestly, it's a close call. The old Siri in iOS 17.4.55 is still a capable voice assistant. It can handle most of your daily tasks without breaking a sweat. But the new Siri in iOS 18.1 feels like a significant step up. It's faster, smarter, and more integrated into the iPhone experience. The improvements are subtle, but they add up to create a much smoother and more enjoyable user experience. Looking ahead, I'm excited to see where Apple takes Siri in the future. With advancements in AI and machine learning, the possibilities are endless. Will Siri one day become the ultimate digital assistant? Only time will tell, but for now, the new Siri is a promising step in the right direction. That's it for this deep dive into Siri. Let me know in the comments below which version of Siri you prefer and what features you'd like to see in the future. As always, thanks for watching.